Yes.
Starter Larry on the left.
John, can you just kind of talk a little bit about what happened on the last play, once you saw shot at one game?
Look, the plays that cost us the game, and again, I don't want to take anything away from LSU. To come in this building and do what they did down the stretch and make the shots that they made, and basically rebound the ball offensively against us like they did, they deserve to win the game. But that being said, I love that our kids fought and put themselves in a position to win the game. And then it came down to that last play, and I mean, you have to judge it yourself, I guess. I haven't looked at it. I know I looked at it when it happened, but I haven't looked at it.
John, as you understand it, do the refs have the opportunity to review judgment calls?
No, and it's another one. Do you remember we lost in the Final Four when there was a goal, a shot clock violation, and they said it was not reviewable, and then they changed the rule to say, why would you want to lose a game on a shot clock violation and it's easy to go check? Well, this one's easy to go check too. Just go check it. Why would that not be reviewable? So we're like Wilt Chamberlain. We change rules. I don't know.
John on the right.
Sean, you've been saying since the beginning of the year that unless Nick gets his game going, that you guys aren't going to be able to reach your potential.
Right.
It's the middle of February. Do you still feel that way? Or
I do.
Do you have a plan B?
I do. I do. Well, you know, again, you know, there were some rebounds late that we had to get. And we just weren't able to get it. A guy like Nick with his size, you would hope that that's what he could do. But again, you got to give them credit. They played. I mean, neither one of us turned the ball over that much. I mean, you know, we just didn't. And we missed a bunch of shots in the second half we needed to make to keep them at bay. We got work to do. This is a challenge. This game and this week is the toughest week of the season for us. These are the two games that are the tough ones. And I knew that because these guys are talented.
Up front here, Curtis.
How big was PJ late making those buckets? You kind of ran
Yeah, he gave us a chance. He gave us a chance. But there's points in the game where you can get the game to 14-15. You got to play then. You can't, you know, if you think you're going to win the game down the stretch like this as a team. I mean, Ashton didn't play well today. Didn't play well at all. I thought Emmanuel played well. Really guarded and did a pretty good job. Ashton couldn't stay in front of anybody. So every time they ran downhill, they got whatever they wanted. And they were doing it to him. You know, Tyler got beat a bunch on drives. I mean, it's stuff that we had gotten better at. They shot the ball 32% in the first half. They shot it 51% in the second half. That's why you lose. We're supposed to be a defensive team that rebounds. Well, obviously we weren't. Give them credit.
John.
John, we haven't heard your communism comment in a little while. Are you comfortable? How comfortable are you with this 9-man rotation going down the stretch?
Good. I wish, you know, we need some guys to be more confident. You could say, well, you got to leave them in, and yeah, but you got to win. And the other side of it is, you know, some of the guys, the situation you're in is the situation you're in. So you got to figure out, how do I go in here, and how am I being aggressive, and how do I, you know, there's a thing of missing shots, and then there's missing badly. And there's a thing about defensive confidence. You can't walk in a game and get scored on twice. You just can't do it. And so we got to figure some of that out. But I like this team. We're good. I mean, this is a tough game, and we got another tough one. And the ones that are left from here on in, on the road, are tough. It's gonna be a struggle.
Back to Larry on the left.
John, it seemed like several times the second half you got beat down the court for easy baskets, and it also seemed like
a couple of them. And we got them in the first half. We beat them in the first half, and then they beat us back in the second half the same way. So we kind of did it to each other.
Go in the back, John Clay.
John, the rebounding, I mean, you out-rebounded in the first half, they beat you on the boards in the second. Was that an effort thing, or did they do anything differently in the second?
I think that the energy a little bit, we didn't block out on a couple balls. They had straight runs at the rim. PJ got his 4th foul on one of those. Guy ran right around him and in front of him. He was behind him 4 steps. And I thought that that affected us. We had a play where Reed didn't block out. Those were big plays. They were stickbacks in this kind of game. And sustaining effort and, you know, all those things. But let me just say this. Again, we get down and this team fights and makes big plays to get back in the game. The free throws that we made down the stretch, we missed some, but we didn't down the stretch. The threes that we missed during the game down the stretch, this team made. So, you know, you hate for it to come down to the last play. But that happens sometimes. You hate that that play becomes questionable. But I will say that it should not take away from what LSU did. They beat us.
Any questions, guys? John?
John, you had to be devastated hearing about John Wall's injury, but you had to be tickled to death about reports he was going to complete his degree. How important is that as far
Well,
as
he's gonna come back. He's starting some stuff, and I'm proud of him. But we have other guys doing it. We have 4 or 5 guys that have started already taking classes, and you know the kids here have lifetime scholarships, and they can come back when they choose to. They can come back when the time's right, and some of them are chipping away already, and it's great to see that John will do the same. He's going to be out in a while.
Anything else?